Hello everybody and welcome to my book unhaul video. If you've seen my previous videos, you know that I have bought a lot of books and I have already reorganized my bookshelf once already, which was only maybe a couple months ago. And I've already found myself running out of room again because I've been buying more books. And I have more books coming in the mail tomorrow. I have a problem. But let me show you my bookshelves. That's the first one, and it goes from floor to ceiling. And I actually have more room on this bookshelf than I have the other one. The other one is a lot smaller and is mostly mass paperback books. And yeah, I have no room on it at all. So today I'm going to be showing you all the books that I plan on unhauling and taking to Half Price Books. You may see a couple books that I have recently bought in this pile. I'm not going to give too much reason behind getting rid of these books, but I'll just say something about them. The first two books that I'm going to unhaul is Fang and Angel by James Patterson. The main reason I'm getting rid of these two books is because they are books 3 and I guess 4 in a series of I think 6 books, and I have heard really bad things about all but the first 3 books, so I was like, okay, I'm not even going to read these books. I've heard that after the first 3 books the series gets really bad from quite reliable people, so yeah, I've just decided to get rid of them, not even try to force myself to read them. The next book I'm going to unhaul is Marley and Me by John Gorgan. Sorry if I pronounced his name wrong. I really had the intention of reading this book when it first came out, but after the movie came out and I heard of the sad ending that involved a dog, I'm a big dog lover, so if it has the sad ending that involves a dog, I will not read the book. Even though I had intentions to read it, I'm not going to read it, and there's no use it sitting on my shelf when it's a pretty movie tie-in edition and someone else that wants to read it can have it on their shelf. The next book is The Last Song by Nicholas Sparks. Yeah, I seen some of the movie and it really didn't interest me, and after this is set on my bookshelf for so long, it's literally been on my bookshelf for over a year. And I decided, just take it away. I'm not going to read it. I know I'm not going to read it, so it's no use it sitting on my shelf and taking up space. The next book is The Sea of Monsters by Rick Riordan. Yeah, if you've seen my previous haul videos, my September/Tennessee haul videos, you would notice that I bought the hardback edition of this book and the movie tie-in edition, and I thought it's no use me having a paperback edition too, so I'm unhauling it. The next 2 books are, I didn't want to get rid of them, but I didn't see any need to have duplicate copies of these books, so I'm going to have to unhaul them. And the first one is Eclipse, and the second one is Twilight. I did them in a bad order. I should have done Twilight first. By Stephanie Meyer. And I'm getting rid of the Eclipse book because I just bought the hardback edition of it. So there's no use me having the paperback. And the reason I'm getting rid of Twilight is because I recently bought the 10th anniversary edition of Twilight that had the story Life After Death in it. So those are it for my young adult books. And the rest of these are mass paperback editions of adult contemporary, adult paranormal, and they're just adult books. The first one I have is Dead by Sunset by Anne Rule, which is, I believe, a true story. And I've had this on my bookshelf for probably about 2 years now, and I keep meaning to read it, but I keep putting it off as well because it's really big and I don't want to read something that I know is true that's going to be depressing. So I've put it off long enough that I'm just going to get rid of it. The next 2 books are Indigo Blue and Seventh Heaven by Christine Anderson. I didn't particularly like Indigo Blue at all, and I can't even remember Seventh Heaven. I know I've read it, but I cannot remember anything about it, so I'm unhauling these two books. The next set of books is Highlander Warrior, A Taste of Sin, and To Tempt a Rogue by Corinne Mason. Yeah. I did thoroughly enjoy these two books. I can't remember Highlander Warrior at all, but I've only read these books once and they've just been sitting on my bookshelf, and it's like, it's about time I just got rid of them if I'm not going to reread them. So, goodbye. Then we have some books by one of my favorite adult contemporary authors, and it's Debbie McComber's A Good Yarn. I do not recall reading this book, and I don't know why I bought this book really, because I didn't even like the way it sounded. Then we have Changing Habits by Debbie McComber, which I don't recall reading, but I know I have. And then we have Glad Tidings by Debbie McComber, which I mainly bought because there was a puppy on it. He's so cute. But then I got to read in the back and it's like, yeah, I don't know why I bought this book. It doesn't really sound really that good. These next three books have been literally sitting on my shelf since 2008. Yeah. And they are Trust Me, Stop Me, and Watch Me by Brenda Novak. And they're all romantic suspense books, and it's part of, I think, a trilogy. Since I bought them in 2008, I have not had the urge to read them since I bought them. So these are going to have price. I feel so bad for not reading these books. They've been on my shelf forever. The last four books of this unhaul are fantasy books. Yeah, they're fantasy, adult fantasy. And they are A Few Demons More, Every Which Way But Dead, Dead Witch Walking, and The Outlaw Demon Whales by, all these books are by Kim Anderson. And I've read For a Few Demons More, and I remember enjoying it a lot. That's why I picked up the next three books, and it's like, I haven't read them, and they've been on my shelf forever. So I decided to take all four of these books off my shelf and give them a new home at Half Price Books, so someone else can give them a home. But yeah, I did rather enjoy the first book. I don't know why I didn't continue on with the series, but I bought them with the intention of reading them, and just, I guess I never felt the urge to actually read them after I bought them, so they're getting unhauled. Please let me know what you think of these books if you've read them in the comments below, because I'd really like to know, because there are several in this pile that I haven't read, and even though I have no intention of reading them, I'd still like to hear your thoughts about them. Okay, that is it for my first book unhaul. I don't know if I'll be doing any more in the future, because all the books I have right now, I really like them, and some I've reread already, and I know I'll want to reread in the future. So I have a lot of books. I may just have to get another shelf. I hope there's one for me in the near future. Maybe some floating bookshelves, if I can find out where you can get them. If you know where I can get some floating bookshelves, please let me know in the comments below. So, until next time, bye!